Did you know that certain DACA applicants, also known as dreamers, are able to change their status to a green card? There's a way. Watch this video and I'll tell you more. In this video, we'll talk about the possibilities for DACA applicants, also known as dreamers, to convert their DACA status to a green card. But before that, if you're here for the first time, click the like and subscribe to our channel, click that bell to be notified of new videos that we release every single week. You can also follow us on Instagram and on TikTok as well. So this is a really burning question that people always ask us in comments, in emails. There are more than 100,000 deferred action for childhood arrival DACA dreamers in the United States on work permits. And many of them and their families are wondering if they can convert the status to a green card so they can live a normal life in the US and eventually become a US citizen. So the reason it's so important to understand is that DACA is a program that started in 2012 by President Obama, that issued an executive order where essentially children that were brought to the United States illegally by their parents and grew up here essentially. Some kids came here at the age of 2, 3, 5, went to the school system here, and some of them are intending to go to college. Those kids should be eligible for some sort of relief, some sort of a work permit so they can live a normal life, because all they know is their life in the United States. So that's why DACA was created. And DACA essentially is a 2-year permit, it's a work permit, and a right to stay here. They're eligible for Social Security, and that's pretty much how DACAs live in the US since then. This is renewed every 2 years. President Trump basically stopped this program from what it is now. DACA, the way it looks today in 2020, is only eligible for renewals. You cannot get a new DACA anymore since the president's executive order, and therefore it's making it very difficult for dreamers to see a future in the US. What is going to happen when DACA eventually will end, if it will end? So the current situation with DACA is that you can only renew it, but first-time DACA applicants cannot file DACA anymore. But what is the way to get a green card? Is there a way to get a green card if you're currently on DACA? So one of the best ways that we know is if you're a DACA holder and you are married to a US citizen or about to get married to a US citizen, there is a way for the DACA applicant to legalize themselves and get a green card eventually. Now, there are 2 ways that we look at it. So most of the DACA applicants who received their work permits, they were also able to receive a travel document back in the day when it was eligible, the advance parole, also known as Form I-131. So quite a few DACA applicants applied for that parole back in the day, and some of them actually exited the US and returned. Some went to see family members in their home country. Some went just to be able to leave the country and experience something different for a few months, and then re-entered legally using that parole. Those DACA applicants that actually went through that process, and now they marry a US citizen and they're in the US right now, they're able to proceed with an adjustment of status process and getting a green card, meaning that they can file an application in the United States, Form I-130 and Form 485 and the whole marriage package, and adjust their status in the United States because they can prove that they had legal entry. Also, DACA applicants that were brought here legally by their parents and then overstayed their visa, those applicants who marry US citizens can also apply for a green card inside the United States. But all the other DACA applicants who were brought into the United States illegally by their parents and they lived here all these years and now they marry a US citizen, they can also file for a green card, but they're not going to be eligible for an adjustment of status application inside the United States. What they're going to have to do is go through the marriage petition I-130, then go through the National Visa Center, and eventually they're going to have to exit the US and attend an interview in their home country to be able to get a green card. Because of their illegal entry and the overstay, most of them will need a waiver a hardship waiver, also known as a 601A waiver, to be able to waive that illegal overstay all these years, because most of our DACA applicants who are over 18 and now they are married, they will accrue unlawful presence after the age of 18. So there you have it. There are two ways. One way is for DACA applicants who are currently in the United States and they at some point applied for a travel permit, left the US, re-entered, so we have proof of one legal entry. Those can finish the adjustment of status inside the United States. And then we have another kind of DACA applicants who never left the US, and now they're married to a US citizen. They will have to go through the process also known as consular processing, eventually petitioning the case to the US Embassy, and then they're going to need a waiver to waive the illegal stay in the US. Both options are amazing and eventually will help DACA applicants to get a green card, because we know that after college, when people get into the workforce, there is no way that this administration is going to deport more than 100,000 hardworking professionals. So we know that the future of DACA is one day they will get a green card. It's going to be part of the legislation. But as of today, the best way is if they marry, if you're a DACA applicant and you are married to a United States citizen, the best way is to proceed with that US citizen, finish the process, get your green card, and live an amazing life in the United States. We hope to make some more videos about DACA once we have more updates, but as of now, only renewals are available, and if you're married to a United States citizen, you can use those two options to get your green card. Thanks for watching. If you know somebody who may benefit from this video, share with them, click the like, and subscribe to our channel if you're here for the first time. And thanks for watching. We'll see you at our next video.